emergency call. My son's been bottled in the face. Can you get some police down there?
With the country divided.
Hello, my friend.
Do me a favour, yeah?
What's that?
Close the door. Fuck off, you.
It's our emergency services
1263's running!
who see firsthand how broken Britain really is.
The police can't make your husband talk to you. It's not against the law for him not to talk to you.
And how it's changing.
That's my mum's actually.
Is it?
Are you sexy, man?
That's all I've got. No, that's my telephone number.
As more and more of us face the problems of a nation increasingly on its knees.
That's 142. The drink drive limit is 35.
One service, more than any other, is feeling the strain.
While you remain naked, I'm not going to be speaking to you at the cell door.
No comment.
I haven't asked you a question yet.
Everything pushes down to the police. As a chief constable, that's what keeps me awake at night. If that thin blue line breaks, there is nothing else.
You stay there. Take your hands out your pockets.
With crime on the rise,
What's the circumstance?
Fucking bollocks!
but funding on the decline,
Custody's closed. Custody's closed.
it's still the police we turn to help us through.
They asked for her bank details, and Mum gave them the bank details.
No, you ain't got your strap down no more, have you?
Sometimes when you finish a shift, you can walk out saying, how did we get through today?
I feel like I'm inferior. I don't like them lot.
In Northamptonshire
I couldn't fucking make it. It's just that it's going to kill a lot of us.
and all across the UK,
That foreign idiot started going
Okay, just watch what you're saying, OK?
hate crime is on the rise.
Fucking days, lad.
You need to stop using language like that, because that's also an offence.
And in a time of political uncertainty,
He heard my accent, he's calling me Taliban and said, you stupid migrant.
voices on the extremes are becoming louder.
But I will not stop until this country has been restored to its former...
With common ground harder to find,
My 13-year-old was assaulted outside school by 3 boys, calling him gay boy.
the police must walk a tightrope.
They know what they can say. They're allowed to express their views as long as they're not committing any offences when they do so.
Police emergency.
You're right there. There's a chap by the Ridings car park shouting racist abuse and talking about immigrants and stuff.
Okay, so what exactly is he saying?
Shouting racist terms that I don't really want to repeat.
Okay, can you just tell me just so I need to tell the officers exactly what's being said?
Right, thanks. Yeah, he was shouting, you a coon, you coon.
Over the last 5 years, calls to the Northamptonshire Police's 999 emergency control room about hate crime have risen by 62%.
Police emergency.
Hello, I'm a Muslim praying at the Watford Gap service, northbound, and I'm having some Eastern Europeans shouting racial abuse at me.
Northampton is a very diverse place. There's a lot of cultures, there's a lot of different groups, different ethnicities, and they all have to fit together somehow.
They're shouting fuck Islam and some other things at me.
And it doesn't always work.
But now that they see that I'm on the phone, they're driving a drive off.
There's a lot of hate incidents, a lot of hate crimes, attacks because you might be from a certain group, a certain ethnicity.
So sorry you've had that experience today.
That's fine.
Thank you so much for your help. I'll text you an instant number.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Police emergency.
And the road rage, the guy is beating me on my face. He heard my accent, he's calling me Taliban.
Okay.
You stupid migrant.
Hang on, called you stupid immigrants?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm from Hungary, and hear my accent.
I have days where I go home and I just think, what on earth, what are we becoming? People have lost their filters and they think they can just say whatever they want. There's just so much hate. And then you said he called you Taliban?
Yes. Actually, I'm Eastern European, so I don't know why. I'm living in Belfast.
I was born in South Africa. Because I have an accent, I've had it numerous times. Get on a plane and go back to your own country. Any opportunity to bring somebody's otherness into the equation, their race, their religion, their sexual preference, people are jumping on that bandwagon and trying to make it as personal as possible.
I see the face. The head was red, like an apple,
Red like an apple.
And he's jumping out and wants to teach me a lesson. I don't know why.
Okay. I'm sorry that this has happened to you.
It's not fair enough, because I working hard,
Yeah.
I prepare to speak English, I learn the English, I speak 4 languages.
Sometimes victims of this hatred call us up. They're almost hesitant because they feel as though they've been silly. They feel as though they overreacting, overplaying it. But do you know what? That's a crime.
It's not normal.
No, it's not normal, and you're absolutely correct to have called us because this man needs dealing with, all right? It's unacceptable, completely unacceptable. It goes back to that old saying, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's wrong. Words do hurt. Mental damage can be just as bad as physical damage. Words matter.
Please, emergency.
It's 3:30 on Sunday afternoon.
One of our neighbours decided that it's not being racist to us because we're not English. I know he's like calling us fucking monkeys, I call it that.
In Northampton, another call reporting a hate crime is coming in.
What's happening? What has he done?
Please, I'm really, really, really sad. Please stop it. This is my point.
What's happening at the minute?
That's my parents are trying to calm it down, but I can't. He just said he's going to kill a lot of us.
We have got officers on the way.
If they've separated, we're going to have a quick word with the victim first. That's copy. Can we get another crew rolling then, please?
PC's Lauren El Shakawi and Nina Crean are at the scene within minutes of receiving the call.
Oh, I got a welcoming party down the street.
It's my parents that got into this argument with our neighbour because we were literally coming out of the house. He was just beeping and he came out to this car and he was like, "You fucking monkeys, everything was fine before you foreigners come here." Because we're not English.
That's okay, that's okay.
And he was trying to fight my dad, literally fight him.
Where's your dad now?
My dad's there.
Okay.
If you're a victim of a crime, it's just absolutely awful. But then if you feel like you're a victim of a crime because of where you're from, it's just so much more personal.
What's happened?
I'm Romanian, I'm a fucking idiot, I'm a monkey, all, because I'm Romanian.
Right, okay.
He killed me. Why?
Has he assaulted you today as well?
He tried to hit me, but...
Has he touched you at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, where did he touch you?
Here.
Let's have a look. So you got a bit red here?
Yeah.
Is that from the punch?
Yeah.
Okay. A 2-minute incident, their life has completely turned upside down and they've seen, England, their home, for somewhere that's hostile for them.
Can you stand still, please? Okay. Obviously, we've had a call here. There's been a report of a disturbance in the street. Okay, at this time, you're under arrest on suspicion of... Excuse me, can you just listen for a second?
I'm arresting me now for nothing. I come home, right, and I'll drink.
Listen, I don't need...
And I'll come in the house, had a couple of cans, and then that foreign idiot started doing
Okay, just watch what you're saying, okay?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, just watch what you're saying, because the abuse and the insults that have been coming out of your mouth whilst you've been here, so be careful what you're saying, okay?
No insults at all.
With Brexit, I feel like we've just stepped a little bit back in time. I don't think that probably the amount of people that are racist is getting any worse. I think maybe that the ones that are racist are being given a bit of an excuse to be racist or be openly racist.
Put these round in front.
No.
Why?
No, but that's our choice where they go, and we're keeping them to the rear. You're a big lad.
Yeah, and that's why I'm asking. Can you put them round in front?
Foot back towards me. That's it.
Yeah, don't tell me how to get in, please.
Just trying to
I
help.
just need... Can we get that, please? Because my arms are killing me.
Sure, just lean forward slightly, it does help.
Can't do.
Thanks, mate.
Over the past year, nearly 94,000 hate crimes were recorded in England and Wales.
So this interview has been recorded and it may be given in evidence if your case is brought to court. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand the caution? No. Witnesses say that they heard a horn being blasted at about 4:10 in the afternoon. And did you blow your horn?
Yeah.
And why did you do that?
Because the car in front was parked in the middle of the road and taking up all parking spaces.
Yep. Okay. Do you remember saying anything to anyone whilst you were parked and you'd used your horn?
All I called him was a foreign monkey. That was it.
So, can you remember exactly what you were saying?
Fucking monkey, I kill your ass, fucking immigrants, and more. You are a lady, I can't see what.
What do you think he meant by that gesture with his hand? In your words.
How you see?
Like that.
So, as if he was masturbating.
Yeah,
Wanker, yeah.
In front of my daughter. Come on, that was the most, that upset me the most.
My husband is actually Egyptian. So I'd gone from PC Hall to PC Al Shikawi.
Your next door neighbours, do you know them? Your neighbours, the ones that live next door.
Being married to and being completely in love with a man who is from another country, from a different background, from a different culture, from a different religion altogether, it has opened my eyes up a lot to the way that some people just aren't as accepting.
How would you describe their ethnicity?
Foreigners.
Foreigners.
Like, it wouldn't even cross my mind to think of him as anything but a human. It's strange to me.
So they've come out of the house, and then what's happened then?
I've called them foreign monkeys, and that's it. It's all kicked off.
Okay. Do you think that's racist?
No, really.
At any point did you punch the fella?
No.
No.
No, we was pushing, that was it.
I was trying to talk to him. Hello, what do you have with me? I never offended you. I never take the money from your pocket. I work for that money. I pay taxes. Because you are not in your country and you're not feeling like you are welcome in here. So a lot of English people are not understanding that it's not that easy as they think it is.
I can't move to another country. I can't even speak another language. I've tried, but I'm useless.
Do you remember telling them to go back home?
Probably, yeah.
Do you think it's appropriate? Language?
There must be 30 people living 3 houses up there. And there must have 10 cars between them.
Yeah.
You can't park nowhere. You know what I mean?
But do you think that's appropriate language to be using?
Well, not really, no.
Whether it's racial abuse or against your sexuality or, your gender or anything like that, I don't think that's being sensationalist at all. I think a hate crime is exactly what it is.
And the people that you've said that to, how do you think that might make them feel?
Well, I'm not bothered how it makes them feel. Tell truth.
I never expected that. I always thought that English people are very nice and very polite, and that was too much for me.
Yeah.
But I hope when I'm gonna see him, I'm gonna say to stay a mile away from me. I don't want to see him anymore in my whole life.
Your house should be your safe place. It should be the place where you go home and put your feet up and put your pajamas on and not worry about the outside world. I just can't imagine having to live so close to someone that's been so horrible to you.
The time is 12:13 and I am concluding the interview there.
Thank you.
Nice evening.
Thank you, and you. I'm proud of this country, and sometimes it just, things that people do or say just disappoint. Do you know what? If he'd have been doing that to my family, I would have been absolutely terrified as well, and they must feel happy knowing that he's locked up for now.
Yeah, but not happy knowing he'll be released at some point.
She's genuinely terrified.
No, and so she should be. It was awful.
Leaders of the Brexit campaign have engendered an atmosphere where some people believe it is open season now for racism and xenophobia.
Concern about growing racism and xenophobia in the UK is now leading to alarming questions being asked on national news.
The majority of the public now are just fed up. They're fed up with the politicians, they're fed up with Brexit, and people's tolerance has just gone.
Police emergency.
I am being bullied by a Pakistani doctor who is an immigrant, and he's a nasty man, and I wish to make a formal complaint.
Okay.
My family have been in England for 1,000 years, so it's very, very important you understand where I'm coming from. This is immigrant terrorism.
I'd say when I first started working in the control room about 11 years ago, you very rarely have a call that have anything to do with race. So have you been physically assaulted?
Vile people.
It seems like once you get a one.
Police emergency.
Police?
Yeah, you're through to the police. How come out?
I've been born and bred in this country.
Right.
I feel like I'm in Syria.
I was probably about 9 or 10, and I'd gone shopping with my mum just into the town centre, and somebody kind of pushed past her, and she just kind of looked, and that's all she did, she just looked at them. And this young lad, he just called my mum a packy.
I don't like them lot. And they can carry on with their antics. I'll kill them.
You know, my mum would never be rude to anyone. She just didn't have it in her.
I will shoot them.
Okay, well, you don't want to...
You understand? See them black people? Yeah. I will kill them.
You can't be saying things like that, really, can you?
I'm sick and tired of these niggers.
Okay, you can't use language like that, all right?
Okay, these black people who seem hard.
My dad used to be convinced that we should always hold a Indian passport as well as a British one, because he used to say one day we'll be asked to leave this country because of the National Front. I take so many calls. I feel like that we're going backwards to when my parents first came to the UK.
It's approaching noon on Saturday in Northampton town centre.
Good morning, Northamptonshire Police. How can I help?
Hi. We have quite a radical group outside on the street.
A call is coming in from a concerned local shopkeeper.
They're giving out leaflets playing quite loud music. A bit off-putting, and I think they had a bit of an altercation with some members of the public earlier. They're very much like National Defence League sort of looking people.
Like EDL looking?
Yeah. There's no police presence here.
They probably haven't told us that they're having a protest. We'll get somebody down to you as soon as we can, okay?
Thank you.
Cheers, thank you. Bye.
PCs Taylor Ellis and Carl Gardner are sent to investigate.
I can't see anyone obvious. Oh, there they are. I can see a flag. BFD stands for Britain First Defenders. Oh, the main guys. Looks like they're already arguing with people. Wait, the main guys here.
Hey?
That's the main leader of it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. This is the first time I've ever had dealings with Britain First or any groups like them. This isn't a regular occurrence. In Northampton, there's many different communities. It's very much a multicultural town, and everyone gets on with one another really well. It is concerning that a group like Britain First, they feel the need to come to the town.
Hello, sir. How are you? You good?
Yes.
You just come to see what you guys are up to?
We're distributing leaflets.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That's fine. Can I have a look at one of the leaflets? Is that cool? Cheers, Rob.
Pass the leaflet. There you go, sir.
What's the plan for today?
We're going to give out thousands of leaflets to the public, and then we're going to disperse when the day comes to an end.
Have you had much jip or anything off any people? Had any problems off any
no,
people?
We've had people who disagree with us, but that's normal.
Yeah.
No trouble, no problems.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. It's just a couple of the shops have just rang us to say that people are going in and handing out leaflets. So, so just keep it out.
They don't go in the leaflets. No,
Yeah,
they don't go,
yeah.
they go in the shops at all.
Yeah, cool. Just keep out here. We've got no
Public
problem.
space out here.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, have a day.
From my understanding, Britain First formed out of the ashes of the British National Party. They state that they are not a racist organisation, but they stand against Islamic radical extremism.
They're not shouting anything, they're not saying anything, they're just giving out leaflets. And it says no extensions, doesn't it? Not to...
Yeah. Everyone's got the right to listen, everyone's got the right to... They're just giving out leaflets, they're not shouting anything offensive or racial.
It's saying no to an extension and then moaning about the huge parking problems. There was no swearing, shouting or racial slurs. There was no public order offences there. They're allowed to express their views. What is tricky about it is they're protesting against the expansion of the mosque car park. However, don't think they go around the country protesting against car park extensions. As a police officer, I try not to get my own political views involved in my work or influence what I'm doing. I'm just there to make sure that no crime or offences have been committed. But I don't believe groups like Britain First bring communities together. They don't have a positive impact.
2017 saw the highest number of reports of Islamophobic incidents since records began, and numbers are still on the rise.
For me, we are becoming more extreme. The hatred seems to be more apparent now, and I feel like some politicians are kind of siding with them. And political leaders say something that is extreme, people think that's normal.
National news reports reflect the growing concern that language normally confined to the political margins is now being used by senior government figures.
They're influencing the nation. They're influencing people, what they think and what they say, and their actions sometimes. So they need to be so careful what they say. Words make such a difference, don't they? Words are so powerful.
Major news organisations have exposed shocking examples of world leaders making statements provoking xenophobic reactions, behaviour unthinkable a few years ago.
People are looking at these leaders and going, well, if it's okay for them to say it, it's okay for us to say it. And that's filtering down. You have one sheep heading down one way and everybody follows. Now, this flock of sheep is growing bigger and bigger. It's going to take people to fight it back. Let's learn how to speak to each other with respect and just become more tolerant. I'm going to say to this new Prime Minister, be very careful what you say, because people in the UK, they want to look up to you. So say the right words, say the good words that we actually want to hear, that will unite people in the UK, and don't say things that are going to divide the UK.
Police emergency.
Hello, I'm where the lake is in Daventry. There's three guys right close to the water where the swans are, burning the fire. They're intimidating the swans. Now, I don't know whether they think the swans is food. These men look not very well dressed, so there could be even a double incident there.
Double incident because they're not well dressed?
Well, think about it. I don't want to say anything and get accused of being racial, but they could be people that are not British.
We don't put fires out. It's the fire brigade that put fires out, not us.
So you're going to let the swans get messed about?
It's Wednesday afternoon, and officers responding to a call about the use of racially offensive language have brought a 50-year-old woman into Kettering custody.
Hello there. The officers will tell me why you're here now, OK?
Sergeant, it's been reported that this lady has been outside the front of her property cleaning a pair of shoes by bashing them together to clear the mud off. She's been doing this whilst holding the shoes over her neighbour's vehicle bonnet. The neighbour has gone out and challenged this behaviour and filmed what the female is doing, to which she's been told to fuck off. Whilst doing so, she's referred to the female as a foreign cunt and slammed the door.
That's not a lie. They are foreign.
It's absolutely fine.
Am I?
Do you understand why you're here? Which bit did you not understand?
She threatened to punch me and I wasn't doing it over a car.
Right, OK. So there's obviously two sides to every story, aren't there?
Yeah, and I've got it all on my phone.
So you've got it on your phone, she's got it on her phone?
The whole incident has been viewed by myself
Yeah.
And having viewed that, I feel that the offence has been committed.
Right.
And she was arrested for racially aggravated public order.
You said it was a word.
What were the words that she said? Fuck off.
Foreign cunt. It was almost like, what's wrong with what I've just said? I'm highlighting a characteristic about that person. You don't racially abuse somebody in a nice way.
When the officer gave the circumstances, you said, that's not a lie, they are foreign.
Yeah, they are.
Whenever I've experienced racial abuse, I've tended not to let it affect me in such a way. I tend to see it in people as just a miseducation.
You agree you said that?
Is it? They're not English.
It's more of a lack of intelligence, lack of awareness of what they're actually saying.
Why are you looking at me like that? You are?
When you look at the racism that, say for example, my grandparents experienced, it was harder for them to get jobs, harder to buy houses, it's harder to do normal day-to-day things that probably we take for granted now.
I've done nothing wrong. You want to make a complaint as well.
The type of hate incidents that we're seeing now, they can seem a little bit more trivial and far less extreme, but there's still a victim at the end of these incidents.
How can you get somebody off the case?
Sorry?
I don't want him.
Well, they're going to be sitting with you, so they're not...
No, I don't want him. No, I don't want to sit with them.
Unfortunately, you don't get a choice, okay?
Don't speak to me like that because I've not done anything
Okay.
wrong. And you've
I'm not speaking to you in a way
that's
that's inappropriate.
I don't like
I don't care if you don't like me. Unfortunately, I'm the officer in charge of the case.
No, I'm not.
If you're not happy with that, then you can make a formal
you.
complaint. Violent crimes going up, hate crimes going up. I mean, my wife says that I'm quite numb now, quite cold-hearted almost. But it's just the way that we see the worst parts of life, and I suppose it just toughens you up to those bad experiences.
Would you like anybody informed that you're here?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know.
Police, we're here to protect people, and when you experience somebody who's been like the target of a hate crime or a hate incident, it's our job to step in and take control of the situation.
Would you like to consult the codes of practice?
No. I just can't read.
You can't read?
Some people might say it sounds a bit pink and fluffy, and the fact that we're treating every form of hate-related incident as a crime. But I think we're just more aware of these impacts. Back then, maybe we didn't consider the impact on the victim.
I'm not going in the cell. I've already said that. I've got agoraphobia.
I thought agoraphobia was fear of outside.
No.
When you specifically target characteristics, it changes things, it ups the ante. We go from a general neighbourhood dispute to like potentially quite a serious crime. We need to take a zero-tolerance approach towards these kind of incidents.
Hello, police emergency.
It's 5 p.m. on Wednesday.
The man just beat me up. Who beat you up?
A report of a potential assault is coming in.
The man in trying to take away. I was going to get food, man. I've paid him already, and he pushed me over.
So you went to this Chinese restaurant, and the man just assaulted you out of nowhere for no apparent reason?
Yes, sir.
The nearest available unit, PC's Jack Watts and Imogen Robinson, are dispatched to the scene.
We've got a report, someone's just been assaulted. It seems that he's had issues with the shop owners at the Chinese.
I hate them. I'm angry. I'm going to kill the guy.
Sir, don't say that.
Come here now, yeah? I'm going to kill him myself.
Sir, don't say that. You'll get arrested for that.
What, you're going to arrest me, yeah? No thinkers, yeah? Fucking back cunt.
He's made some racial slurs towards them. Probably worth getting an account of what's happened from the Chinese shop, because I believe they are probably more likely to be the IPs in there.
Somebody's called us about some guys shouting and swearing in here.
Yeah. Just come in, he started abusing me. Swearing. Yeah. How many that things happen even worse?
They are part of that community. They've been there for 30 years, running that same takeaway, but it was evident that they just had no hope that we could do anything to help them.
People throwing things at me, whatever. It happens very often.
It doesn't make it okay though.
It's not okay, but I tell you, just used to it.
As a police officer, I like to think that people think they can speak up more now and actually something be done about it. But we're aware that that amount of racism, you can't just click your fingers and it will be better and have their faith restored. You just take small little steps where you can to try and give them a little bit of faith back and a little bit of hope that actually something might change.
Yes. Talking to them now, they're quite upset, but they have agreed to talk to us later once they've calmed down a bit.
Nearby, another unit has located the man who was heard racially abusing the takeaway staff on the 999 call.
All right, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, lovely. This male is extremely drunk.
How much alcohol have you had today? How long have you... When did you start drinking?
You fucking cunt. Fuck my country up, yeah?
Okay. The time being 17:32 hours, okay? You're currently under arrest for racially aggravated public order, okay? You know, for saying if you may harm your defence, failed to mention when questioned, something you later rely on in court, and if you do say you may be given evidence. Do you understand that?
No.
Okay.
Can I go, gay boy? You fucking queer.
Down.
He was hammered, to say the least. Absolutely hammered.
Oh, lesbian.
You need to stop using language like that, because that's also an offence.
I don't give a fuck.
It's very difficult because if that was in a house and there was no one else around, we would have been like, he's just drunk, he's just chatting like crap, leave it. But because we were then in a street with other people walking around, I could see other people looking at him. I think he's crossed that line.
You fucking gay boy. Don't touch me, gay boy. Go on, hurry up.
It's 17:33 and I'm further arresting you for homophobically aggravated public order.
Fucking day, slut.
It's not necessarily the word itself, it's what they say before the word. So call me a lesbian all you want, I don't really care. But when you start saying, well, you're a fucking lesbian or a dirty lesbian, it's a bit like, oh, hold up a minute here. It changes the context completely.
Oh, you gay boys. You fucking queer. They're queers. God, they're queers. They're filling my dick.
The first time I ever encountered kind of homophobic abuse in the job was I was searching a female in custody. She'd had something concealed in her bra, so I've asked her if she had anything else in there. She was like, oh no, you fucking love it, like you fucking lesbian.
You fucking fat gay pig.
That got to me that time because it was the first time it happened to me. I'd not long got with my girlfriend and it hadn't been long that people in the job kind of knew about it. So for me, it was a little bit embarrassing.
You pervert.
It makes you feel like you're the worst human being in the world, and it generally shakes you because it makes you feel like what you're doing with your life is wrong. Why does it matter who I am? Why have they got to use that against me? I felt horrible and I really doubted myself. And I remember texting my girlfriend, like, someone's just said this to me, like, what the hell? Like, why have they said that? Why has it made me feel so upset? And she was like, it's because it's who you are, and somebody has used who you are to try and hurt you.
You fat gay pig. You fucking fat gay pig. Why you feeling my dick so much? Fuck lesbian. You fucking gay pig. You fucking fat.
In the last 5 years, homophobic hate crimes have more than doubled in England and Wales.
You faggot.
Last year, 40% of all homophobic hate crimes in the UK were violent offences.
I think as soon as behaviour becomes normalised, whether that's racism or homophobia or anything else, trying to explain why it's not acceptable, it's like trying to reteach them their whole life. It's very difficult.
I like to think we have made leaps and bounds forward, but very easy for it to slip back. I love my missus to bits, but we judge a situation. Like, I won't necessarily hold her hand when I'm going out, and it's not because I don't want to, it's because I'm very aware of how a little thing like that could put us in a situation that we just don't need to be in. It doesn't mean that we don't love each other. Sometimes it's not worth it, which bugs me because I should be able to walk down the street and hold my girlfriend's hand and not think anything of it.
Have a good evening. Yeah, I will. Love you.
I'm very proud to be British. I'm very patriotic, and I'm proud to be a police officer, and I'm proud of what I do, and I'm proud of who I love.
Bolognese.
So who put that on?
She did what?
The police is not a place where intolerance is accepted. We're meant to represent society. We're meant to please by consent. We're meant to please because society wants us to please. So we need to be an accurate representation of society.
Police emergency.
Hello. I already rang you a moment ago, but there are 4 girls. It's a group that I've had trouble with before. They've made transphobic comments about me. One of them came in and asked me, "Are you transgender?" And then I said yes because I am. And they're loitering outside and shouting stuff at me.
Trying to intimidate you, are they?
Yeah, it's the 3rd or 4th time I've had an incident with the same girls. Getting really, really tiresome.
Because of what they've said to you, we need to classify that as a hate crime, all right?
Yeah.
Before, people felt they couldn't call the police because they thought they just had to accept it. So now all the police forces are putting it out there that this is unacceptable. If we continue to focus on people's differences and otherness, we are going to create a society full of hatred.
Through to Northampton Police, how can I help?
Hello there. I would like to report an incident. It's basically hate mail. I've just come back from working away and I've got a letter through my door.
What are the contents of the letter, please?
You are a dirty, gay, paedophile cunt that deserves to be stoned and tortured.
Yeah.
And believe us, this will happen.
Sorry to ask, are you gay?
I am, yes. The thing is, I don't go on the gay scene. I don't flounce around.
That's fine. I just obviously wanted to make sure that we had all the facts.
Sure,
Make
yes.
sure if anybody else was in danger or not, okay?
Okay, thanks
all right.
very much.
Thanks very much, Annie. Cheers.
It's not as easy in this world as the straight world.
No. What would you do? Have the baby yourself?
Yeah. Obviously, being that I have a girlfriend, it's a bit more complicated.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to feel like it's my baby and not hers.
Yeah.
So at least if I carried her eggs,
Yeah.
it would be... Yeah.
Yeah, and then you'd feel like they were...
Ours. Yeah. It'll take us a while and then...
Take a while, you'll get there.
And then we'll have babies.
Yeah.
Police emergency, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure how I need to go about reporting it. My 13-year-old was assaulted outside school on Friday by 3 boys.
Oh, dear.
And now, my boys come home from school tonight telling me that the 3 boys were waiting outside school for him again, calling him gay boy and, all of this.
My boy was getting bullied at school a little bit. He was experiencing a little bit of name calling, nothing too serious, bit of pushing and shoving in the corridors, but it just seemed to gradually get a little bit worse. And it ended with him being punched in the side of the head by a kid that's considerably older than him.
Is he all right? I know he's obviously not.
Not really, no. He's too scared to come home from school on his own.
Oh, God bless him.
When my mum told me she was going to phone the police, I was hesitant at first because I thought, well, this isn't that much of a big deal, I guess, but it really was. It's a hate crime. What happened to me was I was walking through a rather isolated area. Some 16-year-old boy walked up and he called me a faggot, and then he assaulted me.
Because he was already a little bit different, my biggest concern was that he would be a target. He was academic, he would study. It's almost like a point system. 1 point different, you can sort of get away with. 2 points further away from everybody else who's a 0, you're more likely to become a target just for being different.
You just give us as much information as you've got.
Of course, when something happens, you think, yeah, there it is.
It's heartbreaking because he's not long since come out. He's getting hell for it.
I came out around 3 months ago and I was very nervous about it. I was very, if I tell people I'm gay, I'm going to die, they're going to execute me.
We were sat having a family meal, his brother, his dad and me, just chatting usually like we do, and he was talking about some friends at school, 2 girls that are friends of his, and he just simply said, I think we get on really well because they know I'm gay too. And Yeah, I think his younger brother leant forward to get the ketchup off the table and quite loudly announced, "I knew!" Overnight, he became a different kid, more confident, more sure of himself. It was brilliant to see. It was like a flower blossoming.
I just wanted to go around bragging about how accepting and supportive my family are.
That's you. You look really, really hacked off, to be good. I look scared and miserable.
When you come out, it's really, like, you get a lot more freedom with who you can be. Like, you're not as restricted. I thought, oh well, now I can listen to Beyonce and Coldplay without being bullied about it.
I hate to break this to you, but you can be teased for liking Coldplay if you're gay or straight. Cheers.
How dare you?
The police, when I contacted them from start to finish, were amazing. They gave him options about how he could move forward. They would go with his recommendation to be as serious or as not so serious as he wanted to make it, so as to not make his life any more difficult.
Even if I don't think much about it, it helps that they at least get a talking to or a warning to prevent them from doing it to anyone else. The reason people will discriminate against you is usually because of insecurities in themselves.
Why was I smiling? Because you were looking at me.
I'm really lucky to have parents that accept me completely for who I am.
You and your dad.
My mum and dad would say we can't judge people because of their sexuality, their race, their gender. We need to judge people by what they are, that they're also people. If you say the wrong words to somebody, it can push them over the edge. While if you say the right words to somebody, it can make them feel a whole lot better.
The Romanian family who were insulted by a neighbour in a row over parking say they were so upset they've moved away from the area.
I hope when I'm gonna see him, I'm gonna say to stay a mile away from me. I don't want to see him anymore in my whole life.
Ultimately, they decided they didn't want to go to court.
All I called him a foreign one.
And so, with insufficient evidence, all charges were dropped. Since filming, Paul Golding has been convicted of distributing written material intended to stir hate during another event in Ballymena, Northern Ireland.
Hello, sir.
Pass the leaflet.
He's been fined £44,000 by the Electoral Commission for failing to keep accurate financial records, but remains the national leader of Britain First.
What were the words that she said?
I can't. Foreign country.
That's not a lie.
No further action was taken against the woman brought to custody for racially abusive language.
I'm not going in the cell. I've got agoraphobia.
You know it's me, yeah? Not thinking, yeah?
The man heard racially abusing the Chinese takeaway staff.
This male is extremely drunk.
Was found guilty of racially aggravated assault.
You fucking cunt.
He received fines of £200 and was ordered to undergo alcohol and mental health treatment.
Go on, lesbian.
No charges were brought regarding his homophobic abuse of officers.
Fucking day, slag.
The necessity.
Yeah, fucking slag.
Since calling the police,
My 13-year-old was assaulted outside school on Friday.
Loris has not experienced any further bullying and is doing well at school. If his mother agrees, he hopes to attend LGBT Pride.